Hi, I'm Dave Gardy for Cybersecurity TV from our studios here near Washington, D.C. for another in a series of STIG compliance videos featuring SteelCloud. Thanks so much for joining us. We've got Brian Hajos here today, who's President and CEO of SteelCloud. Today we're going to talk a little bit about DevOps, and in doing so, why it's so important in implementing security early in the development process, and how your config OS can automate the implementation of STIG compliance. Can you give us a little perspective of how DevOps relates to DevSecOps?
Sure. Well, let me first kind of give a definition of DevOps, because
Sure.
a lot of times the thought is if you are not releasing software every hour like Netflix, you're not in the DevOps game. But in actuality, DevOps is simply developing with operations in mind and synchronizing the development, the tools, and the deliverables out of development so they're easy to deploy and easy to support in the operational environment. So bringing security into DevOps is the concept of we want to not bolt security on in later phases of the deployment process, but we want to bring security into development. So config OS allows organizations to implement security at the authorization phase, at the integration phase, or as should be done back in the development and unit testing phase.
What are the benefits of introducing security and compliance earlier in the DevOps phase?
Well, if you look at DevOps as a process going from left to right, being the development unit testing to the far left, things that may cost 50 cents to correct in the development phase, by the time they get into the authorization or deployment phase, they may cost $1 million. So the benefit is knowing where you are from a security standpoint, being able to make the corrections that make sense in development when they can be done the easiest and they're the least expensive, so there are no surprises. So beyond just saving money, it also allows applications to move through that accreditation process very quickly, because there's no surprises as controls are inherited from development into integration, integration into authorization. You know exactly where you are, so you don't have delays that might happen if you're introducing, say, STIG compliance at the authorization phase.
So how does SteelCloud help in the process?
Well, we have a very simple, lightweight solution that allows a development organization to stand up a STIG environment, do unit testing, and tear it down in a matter of minutes. So they're not dedicating tremendous resources or tremendous expense in order to test in a STIG compliant environment.
So who can take advantage of this automation? Only those in the cloud environment?
I don't think it's really attached much to the cloud. I mean, our solutions are used certainly in the cloud, but in classified environments and in weapons systems. So any organization or any government mission partner that has responsibility to develop and deliver applications can take advantage of config OS in their development environment, so their integration, authorization, and deployment activities go smoothly with as little commotion, as little expense as possible.
So we can get the benefits of injecting security into the process without having to re-architect everything.
Absolutely. That is the key. Use the staff, use the operation, use the programs and the contracts that are in place. Just be able to test and use config OS to ensure STIG compliance throughout the entire process.
Good to know. We've been talking with Brian Hajos, who's President and CEO of SteelCloud. Brian, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
I'm Dave Gardy with another in a series of STIG compliance videos on Cybersecurity TV from our studios near Washington, D.C. Thank you.